them over crying.
What's happening now?
My husband is involved. Please hurry.
Who's involved?
My two sons and my husband.
Okay. Is it all inside the house?
Yeah.
And how old are your sons?
31.
Okay, what are their names?
Robert and Christopher.
And surname?
Turker.
Sorry?
Turker.
Okay. Alright, run away. What's your name?
Denise.
Denise, same surname?
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any husbands involved?
No, I don't know. I'm in the hall.
You're in there?
I'm in the hall.
Okay, try and calm down. We're on our way, okay? What's happened? What's started? Why's it started?
Did you get an ambulance to help me?
What's that for? What's the ambulance for?
It's hurt himself. Quick.
I need to know what's
What's
happened.
he done, Pete? He's stabbed.
He's what?
He's been stabbed.
Who's
Please
that?
hurry up.
Who's been stabbed?
Who's been stabbed? Who's been stabbed?
Okay. And how old is he?
It's 31.
Okay, where has he been stabbed?
I don't know. I'm in the hall. He's in the kitchen with my husband.
And who's done it? Who's
I
stabbed
don't
him?
know. I wasn't there.
Okay. And where is it? I need to know.
In the kitchen.
No, I need to know where he's been stabbed on his body.
Where's he been stabbed? Sorry.
And who has done it?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
And is he bleeding heavily?
Hang on.
So you need to apply some pressure to the wound.
Pete, can you apply some pressure to the wound? He's trying. He's not
Call me an ambulance on 844, please. Stab.
Oh my God.
Okay. Is it your husband that's done it or your other son?
No, my husband's gonna stop it.
Your husband's trying to it. Where is your other son and have you
I
still
don't
got a
know where
knife
he's
on him?
gone.
Okay, so the one that's gone off is called?
Robert.
Right, how do you spell your last name?
Certua.
And where does he live?
Here.
And you don't know whether he's still got a weapon?
He hasn't got a weapon. I didn't see him with a weapon.
Has he left the house?
Yeah, but I don't know why.
Okay. And what, is Christopher conscious and breathing at the moment?
Is he breathing, Pete? Is he breathing? Yes. He's on his side. He's breathing.
So he is conscious, he is breathing.
Robert Circa was a 31-year-old plasterer from Hythe in Hampshire who lived with his parents Peter and Denise and twin brother Christopher. After the long-term relationships had broken down, the Circa brothers found themselves back inside their family home, sharing a bedroom. Robert and Christopher normally got on well. They both went into the building trade after school and often worked on jobs together. They also enjoyed spending time together at golf and fishing. Circa was convicted of killing Christopher at Winchester Crown Court after almost 16 hours of deliberations. The trial heard that Circa stabbed his twin in a fit of temper following an argument that took place in the kitchen of the family house. Sentencing Circa, who was wearing a shirt and tie, Judge Mr. Justice Tare said, "You have been found guilty by the jury of the murder of your twin brother Christopher on New Year's Eve last year. His death and its consequences have had, and will continue to have, devastating effect on your parents and those close to you. You grew up with your brother and from time to time worked with him in the building trade. When you were both sober, you got on well, but when each of you had too much alcohol, there was a risk of an argument might break out, leading to violence. That had happened, and it happened on New Year's Eve. On New Year's Eve, you and he were drinking in the kitchen of your parents' home. It's unlikely that violence was on your mind or your brother's mind when you started drinking." From 6 p.m. to 8 p.m, all was well between the brothers as they sat at the kitchen table drinking and singing. However, as soon as they both began drinking more and more, tensions between them increased. It was then that an argument and a fight broke out, though it is not known exactly why, but was most probably fueled by all the alcohol. It was not clear whether Circa picked up the kitchen knife from the worktop first, or whether Christopher had, but Circa ended up with a knife in his hand, stabbing his brother in the abdomen, causing a fatal wound. Circa had served previous prison sentences for offences of battery in a fray relating to domestic incidents involving his former partners. He also had previous convictions for motoring offences and criminal damage. Circa's parents, Peter and Denise, were at home when the fight broke out between the brothers. Denise called 999 to request police assistance, and during the call, her husband can be heard calling out to his wife asking for an ambulance before shouting, "He stabbed him." Crushed empty cans of Stella Artois and discarded party food lay at the scene, while Circa fled the house barefoot, leaving his father to stem the bleeding of his brother's wound with a tea towel, calling his girlfriend, who picked him up and took him to a friend's party where he would continue to get drunk. Christopher had a cardiac arrest less than an hour later and was declared dead in hospital. Circa turned off his mobile phone so he could not be contacted by the police. He stayed at the party in Totton until the police traced him to that address at 2:20 a.m, and he was arrested on suspicion of murder. By this time, Circa was very drunk. He then fell asleep in the back of a police car on the way to Southampton Central Police Station. Waking up, he said, "Is he dead? You're lying. He can't be." On his way to his cell, he added, Was it me? I cannot remember, honestly. Is my brother dead?" Circa told police that he had inflicted the 7-inch stab wound to his brother's lower stomach in self-defense. The DNA on the kitchen knife matched both Circa's and Christopher's. As they were identical twins, they shared the same DNA profile. Blood tests showed that Christopher had 230 mg of alcohol in 80 ml of blood, almost 3 times the drink drive limit, and Circa told police that he had consumed 6 cans of lager and 2 glasses of red wine before he fled the scene. He described his relationship with Christopher as fiery, stating that drink would make him nasty and short-tempered. When he was later told the charge against him, he said, "I killed my brother. I don't want to be here anymore. 9 times out of 10 it'll be alright. That's just my luck. He has to die on me." The court heard that text messages Circa had sent that night to his girlfriend Joelle Mansfield showed how his mood had deteriorated. An early message he sent said, "I cannot wait to marry you, kiss kiss kiss," followed at 6:30 p.m. by, "Yes sexy, Chris wishes you Happy New Year, kiss kiss kiss." But at 7 p.m. he wrote, "Me and Chris are going at it, talking about past. We got things to sort out, but all good. Enjoy your night, my lovely. I love you." At 8:10 p.m. he added, "There might be a fight in a minute. This is my life. I don't want this, but what can I do? Had enough. Sorry, but this is what I have got to put up with, and I hate it. This is my life. Sorry, but blokes want to fuck off anywhere but here." In interviews, Circa said his brother had been threatening him with a knife, and he had either taken it or picked up another one in a bid to defend himself. The kitchen knife he had used had had the handle broken and the blade was bent. It was discarded in the kitchen sink. Circa said, "We started arguing. I do not know about what. All I can remember is he picked up a knife and walked towards me, and I sort of panicked. I do not remember much. I punched him. I had a knife in my hand. He yelped, and I ran out the door." Robert said that Christopher's personality had changed dramatically. He told the court that Christopher had become addicted to skunk and was smoking up to 80 pounds worth a day. "It used to make him mad," he said. He claimed that in the weeks leading up to his brother's death, Christopher had bitten him 3 times, once on the neck. "It looked like a love bite," he said. "It hurt," and he just laughed. Robert claimed that he was happy on New Year's Eve because he had recently started a new relationship and planned on setting up his own business. Robert wanted to talk to Christopher about his behaviour, and in particular he wanted to make sure that he would be able to get on better with his new girlfriend than he had with his previous partner. Circa showed no emotion in the dock at Winchester Crown Court as the verdict of guilty was read. He was sentenced to 13 years in prison. Christopher was described in tributes as thoughtful and caring, and had recently got back together with his girlfriend Lisa Harfield. The couple had previously dated for 6 years, and her son and 3 daughters regarded him as a father figure.